Good morning. I'm State Senator Kevin Parker. I represent the 21st District in Brooklyn, which is Flatbush and East Flatbush, Midwood, Ditmas Park, Kensington, Windsor Terrace, and Park Slope. I'm the ranking member on the Energy and Telecommunications Committee, as well as the ranking Democratic member on the Senate Committee on Alcoholism and Substance Abuse. I have the distinct honor of representing the largest concentration of Caribbean immigrants outside of the Caribbean in the world. And this is the culmination of the best time in our year. People oftentimes think of the Labor Day West Indian Carnival as simply an event that happens on Labor Day. But it's far more than that. And if you lived in my district or come to visit, you would know that. And so I'm here to thank both the sponsors, the West Indian Carnival Association, Mr. Bill Howard and the members of that executive board for all that they do to make this thing happen. We are now here at the legislative breakfast for the largest parade in North America. Give it a round of applause. We are talking about an event that in total economic impact is well over $1 billion. This is huge and one of the best kept secrets. When you go not just to the parade, but when you're at Brass Fest and Panorama and you come through and see Dimash and all the things that are happening here, you start seeing all the activity and how important it is for the cultural makeup of our city. And so I'm glad to be here and join with you and celebrating this important tradition for our city and our state. It's one of the greatest youth programs in the city that's not talked about. We need to find more ways to support the programming around the West Indian Carnival Association. And so I thank you for being here, and I look forward to seeing you on the Parkway. God bless.
Darling Lily, you want to come forward and bring greetings on behalf of your constituents?
Good morning, everyone. Are you going to have a good time today? Guess where I'm from? Trinidad, Jamaica, Haiti, St. Lucia, and yesterday was my birthday, so I'm enjoying this day, Trinidad Independence Day. So just enjoy yourself and welcome to my district, and I'll see you next year. Thank you.
Assembly member Annette Robinson is here with us this morning. We want to thank her. Could you please come forward, Assemblywoman Annette Robinson?
This is the day that the Lord has made, and we must rejoice and be glad in it. We are pleased to be able to celebrate one more time the West Indian American Carnival. We are celebrating today all people. They say out of many, one people. So we are thankful today. I would like to thank all of the supporters. I'd like to thank my colleagues in government for all that they continue to do to celebrate the history and culture of those nations that have come together to make America great. And so on behalf of the New York State Assembly, I don't see my colleague, Nick Perry, who usually brings greetings, but we want to congratulate you on your continuance, and in whatever way that we can be helpful to serve you, please count on us. To all of you, thank you and God bless you.
City Council member Jumani Williams is in the house. Could you please come forward, put your hands together for City Councilman Jumani Williams.
Everybody, I'm coming. Everybody ready to march up the Parkway? Very excited to be here for the 47th annual, celebrate my culture, celebrate my heritage. One piece of serious business. I don't want anybody to get upset at me, but every year all of us elected officials come out and we march on the Parkway and we wave, but we got to be held accountable because it seems like every year they keep squeezing the Parkway, squeezing Labor Day just a little bit more. I want to make sure everybody holds us elected officials responsible to fully fund the parade and to make sure that we have as much time as we need and make sure the weeks leading up to it, our culture is expressed in the way it should be. Yes? Yes? All right, so if we're going to come out on the day of, we got to make sure we do the work beforehand, yes? That's just my piece. I don't want to get anybody in trouble, but I'm excited to be here. I know my speaker, Melissa Margarita, is going to be here soon. I know the council was able to give some funding today. It's a very enjoyable day. I want to thank the NYPD. After we had some conversations, I think this weekend went pretty well. Last night went well. I know this today is going to be a great expression of our culture in the Caribbean. Most of my memories come from Labor Day. I was an adult before I realized it wasn't a Caribbean holiday, but it's okay. I'll see you on the Parkway. Thank you so
Now
much.
I bring to the podium the president of WADCA, Mr. William Howard.
It is always a pleasure for me to introduce my dancing partner. This morning we were on NBC, and 2 days ago we were on Channel 11. I finally taught the borough president how to dance on Eastern Parkway. It seemed to be working. And if he would come to the podium and bring greetings on behalf of all the Brooklynites. Eric, if you're in the house, would you please come in this direction?
Thank you. You know, Brooklyn is really in the house today, and we are in a good place as a borough and as the richness of the Caribbean community. You know, first of all, both as state senator and as borough president, I represented a real large chunk of Crown Heights, Flatbush, and other parts of the borough. And I've always had an awesome amount of support from the diaspora of the Caribbean community. And I want to say thank you for letting me be the Grand Marshal this year. Listen, in Brooklyn, you learn how to talk over the crowd. Let people do their thing. You know, let people interject and just enjoy themselves. This is a moment where we're just going to appreciate the entire energy of the Caribbean community. I'm looking forward to be Grand Marshal. I'm looking forward to marching. I'm looking forward to spending the next 4 years of continuing to make this borough a great place to live and raise healthy children and family. Thank you, committee. Thank you for what you have done. Let's make this a good, safe parade. Thank you very much.
Hold on 1 second, Eric.
Yeah.
I understand today is your 21st birthday. So we ask everyone that can sing to sing happy birthday to Eric.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Let Kevin sing. Thank you.
We have with us this morning Congresswoman Yvette Clarke, and she will bring us greetings. So put your hands together and welcome to the podium, Congresswoman Yvette Clarke.
Madam Mistress of Ceremonies, Ms. Jean Leon. To Mr. Bill Howard, President of WADCA, and his team. To all of my elected colleagues in the room, all justices, to all of this year's Grand Marshals, to everyone in attendance, a pleasant good morning to you all. Happy Carnival Day here in Brooklyn, USA. It's so great to see so many have come out to celebrate Caribbean pride and heritage, and this organization has consistently, it's kind of loud. Turn to someone and say, shh. Thank you. As a matter of fact, it doesn't feel as hot now. But again, it's my honor, my privilege to come. I understand that you were addressed earlier by my colleague, the Honorable Hakeem Jeffries. He and I together represent probably the largest concentration of Caribbean Americans in the United States of America. And so we work in partnership on very important issues to the region. Congressman Jeffries and I serve on the Congressional Black Caucus Immigration Task Force, along with Congressman Stephen Horsford, and he's from Nevada, but you won't believe where his mother is from. Sweet, sweet TNT. And so we are very focused on the concerns of our community as well as the Caribbean diaspora, because we understand the contributions of Caribbean Americans to the building of this nation. And we understand the talent, the skill, the intellect and ability that those of you who traveled across the waters bring to this nation and have brought historically. And so it is with a great sense of pride that we come together in Washington to look out for our interests, whether it's the concerns of many of the nations and their economies after the faltering of the United States economy, many needing help from the World Bank and the IMF. We're there to speak to those leaders about the nations from whence we've come, because we understand the struggle. But what we also understand is with the support that we can give, there will be future generations of Caribbean people who will be able to come to the United States through visas that enable them to touch every sector of our economy, whether it's STEM or it's the agricultural. And so, yeah, I'll take a clap for that. Not bragging, just saying. And we also know how our families are struggling here. You all know that I serve on the Homeland Security Committee, where unfortunately I have to beat up on the secretary on a regular basis. And that's because I'm not pleased with the lack of humanity that has been used in the policy of deportation. Amen. We can fix a broken system. It's possible. If we can send men to the moon, we can fix a broken immigration system. Amen. As a matter of fact, we have the votes to do it right now in Washington. There's just a small clique of people. You may have heard of them. They're called the Tea Party. They came with a mission. And the mission was to make sure that they could stop President Obama from being successful with anything that he should try to do on behalf of our nation. Anything. So it's, whether it's fixing the economy and creating jobs or passing comprehensive immigration reform, we have the votes to do it. But there are folks who don't want to give the victory on his watch. So we have to be more strident right now. We have to push hard right now, because there's some people who don't recognize that there are people from the African diaspora that are immigrants to this nation as well. And when immigration reform does come through, we have to make sure that it is applied equally to those who came across with no papers at all, and to those who came with visas that may have expired. So to each and every one, it's again my honor, my privilege. I am so proud to be a Jamaican. I step onto the House floor and I let them know, Jamaica, America, we're both in the house. And I represent a very proud community, very diverse community, undergirded by the immigrants who have come, but building on the legacy of the longtime stakeholders, our African American brothers and sisters who paved the way for us. God bless you and enjoy the Carnival.
Thank you, Congresswoman Clark. At this time, we have with us the Speaker of the City Council, Ms. Melissa Mark Viverito.
I really want to thank Congresswoman Yvette Clarke, a former colleague in the City Council, someone I have come and always have respected in the work that she does, for her words and her comments, which are really, really significant right now as we talk about the real need and push in these last couple of weeks and months for some sort of issues, some sort of action on the issue of immigration reform and seeing some unfortunate comments made by some of those Tea Party leaders, such as a certain senator from Texas, that continue to really demonstrate the hard tasks we have ahead of us. I really want to congratulate the association and the committee for putting this parade together. I want to recognize the colleagues that are here, some of whom have spoken. Councilmember Darlene Neely, in whose district we are in, Council Members Cumbo, Miller, Maisel, Williams, and Gibson. We're very happy to march as we celebrate the contributions of the West Indies and the Caribbean. I am from the Caribbean. I'm Caribeña. I'm from Puerto Rico. We're all one family today. I have here part of my detail. I'm going to point her out because she is one proud Trinidadian today. Pat from Trinidad, and I'm going to be carrying her flag today in honor of that. But we want to definitely recognize the bold vision of the leaders that have helped establish this parade for the past 47 years and beyond, because this parade has an incredible history and footprint in the city of New York, in the leadership of Carlos Lecema and his daughter, Yolanda Lecema Clark. And I want to thank the board, everyone that has put this together. You know, the beauty of these events is the fact that we are really demonstrating the beautiful diversity that exists in New York City. And this diversity has existed here for decades and centuries. And so it really is a way of celebrating our culture, the vibrancy of our culture, but also passing it on to the next generation. Really having young people be proud in who they are, and that culture forms part of their identity. That is something that is very critical, something I understand as a Puerto Rican in terms of what the role of culture means to the sense of self and esteem. And I think that that's something that we need to continue to validate and honor and respect in this beautiful city. So with that, I want to thank you. I'm really excited to march with my colleagues, to be with all of you here today, and enjoy the rest of the day.
Please welcome City Council Member Lori Cumbo.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. And I am so proud to be here today. I really just want to thank the entire organization for all the hard work that they've done, and particularly our speaker. In a very short period of time, in 9 months, we're implementing municipal IDs, paid sick leave, scholarships for CUNY students, making sure that our community centers and senior centers and our NYCHA development stayed open, and most importantly, they stayed open 7 days a week until 11 p.m. And that dramatically brought down the crime in our communities. But just to brag for a second, in this city council, one of the things I'm most proud of, we were able to double the amount of money that we were able to give to the West Indian American Day Carnival Association. So that is something that we are very proud of in the city council, that we did collaboratively, and that we are going to continue to raise the bar, because this particular carnival brings in more money than any other in the city of New York, and it's time for our city to recognize that investment by making an even deeper investment year after year. So I'm not going to take up too much of your time because I know the mayor is coming, but I just want to thank all of you for coming, for continuing to support one another, and to be together in this beautiful tapestry of diversity. So thank you all very much. I'll see you on the Parkway. Get your water, get whatever you need, and have a wonderful time. And let's continue to celebrate our culture and bring it to unprecedented heights. Thank you so very much.
At this point in time, I'd like to introduce to you Supreme Court Judge Sylvia J. Ash, who will introduce the mayor of the city of New York.
We have the public advocate. Before the mayor comes on to bring greetings, I would like to introduce our first female public advocate and a fellow graduate of Howard University School of Law, the Honorable Letitia James.
Thank you, Judge. Yay! Thank you, everyone. If you're Caribbean, make some noise. If you are Caribbean wannabe today, make some noise. Yay! Okay, if we could just have a little quiet for the mayor of the city of New York, we would greatly appreciate that. Let's have a moment of quiet for the mayor. Listen, Brooklyn, please bring it down. Thank you. We're going to have the great Judge Sylvia Hines-Radix at Ash, her sister, they're sisters. She's going to bring on the mayor. but I want to thank all of you for all of your support over the year. We made history, and I look forward to marching down Eastern Parkway. Today is Labor Day. Let us continue to think about all of those who are struggling under the weight of poverty in this city. We want to thank the mayor for raising the issue of income inequality. And again, we want to salute the mayor for all that he has done in the city of New York. And now, Judge Sylvia Ash. Make some noise.
All right, save the noise for our mayor. Listen, guys, at 5 feet, 11 and a half inches, there are very few men whom I look up to. But even at 7 feet tall, I still will be looking up to this next person for more than one reason. He's a giant among giants. He is, in his short tenure as the mayor of this wonderful city, he has proven himself to be the people's mayor and a friend of the Caribbean community. He was instrumental in organizing the mayor's team in conjunction with the New York Police Department to work with the mass camps this summer, and we're truly appreciative of that and would like to applaud him for all his efforts along those lines. And to show what a true supporter he is of the Caribbean community, for his bride, he chose a Bayesian, the lovely Shirley McCrae, who hails from the Caribbean. So, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce to you the People's Mayor, friend of the Caribbean community, a personal and dear friend of mine, and one of the greatest mayors we've had thus far, the Honorable Bill de Blasio.
Well, I do look up to Judge Ash as well. She is an agent of justice and fairness. She's also incredibly stylish. Ladies and gentlemen, let's thank Sylvia Ash for all she does. And I want to thank our public advocate for everything she does, standing up for the people of this city and also for bringing this auspicious gathering to order. Let's thank public advocate Tish James. It is true that the love of my life has heritage in the Caribbean, in Barbados and St. Lucia, and it's something that we honor and cherish. But even more important is what Shirley McCrae does every day to reach out to people all over the city, make sure they get the support they deserve, fight for the changes we need. We have an activist First Lady, which goes back to her roots. Her great-grandmother was a Garveyite, so it's all been passed down. And that's why she goes and does so much for the people of the city. Let's thank our First Lady, Shirley McCrae. There are so many people I want to just acknowledge. I'm going to be very quick. I want to just say a couple of things, but it's important. First of all, this parade started small, became big, one of the great events in this city each year. One of the people we have to thank for that is William Howard. Let's give him a round of applause. And all the people who sustain this parade, dear friends of mine like Dr. Una Clark, like Congressmember Yvette Clark, like 1199 SEIU who have helped to make this parade great. I want to thank the Grand Marshals. I don't know who is here in the room, but I want to thank them anyway. I want to thank Monique Nelson and our fantastic District Attorney, Ken Thompson. Our borough president in Brooklyn, and Shirley and I may reside in Manhattan, but we are Brooklynites, so I'm going to say our borough president in Brooklyn, who is an incredible fighter for justice and is bringing Brooklyn forward. He's one of the reasons why I'm convinced we're going to get the Democratic National Convention. I want to thank Eric Adams for all he does for this borough. I know Governor Cuomo is another one of our Grand Marshals. I want to thank him for all he helped us do in Albany. We got pre-K, we got school funding, we got affordable housing aid for people with HIV and AIDS, we got a lower speed limit, we got speed cameras, you name it. We got it done for the people of this city because Governor Cuomo supported us in Albany. I want to thank him. We have an extraordinary group of leaders of this administration here. I'm just going to shout them out quick. I want you to give them a big round of applause at the end. I know our Deputy Mayor, Richard Bury, is here. Our Police Commissioner, Bill Bratton, is here. Our Fire Commissioner, Dan Nigro. Our Community Affairs Commissioner, Marco Carrion. Our Commissioner for Emergency Management, Joe Esposito. They're all here helping to protect the community and serve the community. Let's give them all a round of applause. And Mitch Silver, I just heard. Our Parks Commissioner, Mitch Silver, is here. Let's thank him for all he does to make our parks great for our families and our children and everyone. Very quickly, I don't need to tell you how important this community is to this city. Over 500,000 people that profoundly define what New York is today. A growing community, a strong community, a community well represented in our administration. And we're honored by that fact. And we, in City Hall, have a lot we want to do with and for this community. We want to bring police and community together in mutual partnership for safety. We're going to do more of that every day, so this can be a safe city and a fair city. And starting on Thursday, this coming Thursday, a historic moment for this city, when we take a huge step forward for full-day pre-K for every child in this city. Now, brothers and sisters, I assure you there were some doubting Thomases. There were people who said we couldn't move forward so quickly, so well to help our children. But on this Thursday, we will have over 50,000 children in full-day pre-K in this city. The following year, it's going to be almost 70,000, and then any child who needs pre-K gets it for free, full-day, high-quality pre-K. That will uplift this city. That will uplift our children and our families. But you know what they say in the late-night advertising, but wait, there's more. On Monday, a week from today, we're going to double the amount of after-school programs available for our middle school kids. And our middle school kids deserve more support. They deserve more time in a safe, secure setting. And on Monday, we're going to be at an unprecedented high level, and we're going to keep building from there. That's right. And we are moving forward to create 200,000 units of affordable housing for the city over the next decade so people can live in their own neighborhoods. And be close to all the people they love and all the parts of the neighborhood they love. That's what we're doing every day. And finally, we are a city of immigrants. Look around. Everyone who is a great New Yorker today is an immigrant or a child of an immigrant or a grandchild of an immigrant. Shirlane's family came from Barbados and St. Lucia. My family came from Italy. And we make this city stronger. Let's respect all our immigrants in every way. So starting at the end of this year, every New Yorker, regardless of documentation status, will have the right to a New York City municipal ID card, so they will be respected, so they will belong. That's the city we are building together, brothers and sisters. I want to thank you. I want to thank you for all you do to make this parade great, but much more importantly, all you do to make this community strong. City Hall is with you every step of the way. Go out today and enjoy this beautiful day, and let's celebrate what the Caribbean has done for our beloved city. Thank you, everyone.
Good morning. I just want to note that I'm wearing my Jamaican colors. I might lose a couple of votes, but I noticed the mayor and the first lady are really careful not to choose any Caribbean island today. I don't see any colors at all. But they didn't want to take the chance. We all know that Charlene is Bajan, and therefore the mayor is probably Bajan. I think if he had a free choice, he would choose to be Jamaican.
Our outfits are from the Caribbean, though.
But today is our day, not just our day because we're sharing it with all of America. Our heritage, our culture, of which we are so proud. And we thank the mayor for an immigrant-friendly administration that is doing things that help our community. And I want to join the mayor and introduce legislation in Albany to make sure that the New York City ID will be accepted not only in New York City, but around the state of New York. And I hope that the governor, who I understand will be joining us today, will join us in pushing that legislation through and signing it into law. New York has to set the parameters and the boundary for immigrants. I thank you. Please enjoy the day and hope it's all safe.
I want to add one thing. I want to add that Nick Perry's right. We love all the Caribbean nations and all the people. So I bought this shirt in Ocho Rios in Jamaica. Charlene bought this dress in St. Kitts. And we're bringing everyone together. We're bringing everyone together here.
All right.
Also want to note, 3 more people from the administration are here. I want to thank them. Our new director of the Office of Veterans Affairs, former Brigadier General in the Army, Lori Sutton, who's going to help our veterans every day. Thank you to her. I want to thank Rose Pierre Louis from the island of Haiti, who is helping to combat domestic violence. And I want to thank Nisha Argawal, our Director of Office of Immigrant Affairs, the woman who's going to make sure those municipal ID cards are in the hands of people who deserve them. Let's move forward together. Bill Howard.
No, I wanted you to introduce some of your colleagues to my left here, the controller.
We have Controller Scott Stringer. We have Manhattan Borough President Gail Brewer. Who have we missed? Frank Sedio, Democratic leader of Brooklyn. And we will see him on the Parkway. He has been working the Caribbean. Frank Sedio has been working the Caribbean parade since it started in 1967, am I right? 45 years. He is what we call a veteran. Frank, thank you for all you have done to make this parade great.
Team Child. Thank you very much. And on to the Parkway. Mr. Mayor, would you...
Definitely came out to the Parkway right now. We're trying out some souvenirs to you guys. This is 500 strong, mixed with Phoenix International. All my masqueraders, I want you to make some noise right now.